Hello friends, in this video I will be talking about beta and cost of capital. So we had studied CAPM earlier. CAPM was RF plus beta into ERM minus RF. That would give you KE, cost of equity. Now, how do you find beta and then you find KE and then you find weighted average cost of capital? That is the topic for this video. So, recall that CAPM uses beta to find cost of equity. If you are analyzing a publicly traded company, which we will call in short as PubCo, then calculating beta is simple. See, if it is a listed company, beta easily mil jayega. There are ways to calculate beta like regression. Now that will be taught at level 2. But just try and understand what we are trying to find is that if market is up by 1%, how much is my stock up by? So basically, if it is listed, it is very observable and I can find the beta. This portion is covered in portfolio management also. So there are various formulas which we had studied there. However, if you are analyzing a company that is not publicly traded, meaning a private company, then beta can be calculated using pure play method. So basically, we are trying to learn how to find beta for a private company. Private company means any company which is not listed or which is not publicly traded. This will include all private companies and public companies which are not being traded. So let's begin pure play method. Step 1, find comparable public company engaged solely in similar business. What do you mean by solely? For example, if a private company is engaged in the business of, let's say, it sells and detergents. Soaps and detergents का उसका business है. Then whatever public company you are choosing as a comparable should be engaged only in soaps and detergents. Basically, solely होना चाहिए in similar business. If public company is into soap, detergent, shampoo, etc., that won't count. So always choose that company which is solely in a similar business because it will be a better sample to compare with. Second step, find equity beta of that public company. You need to find equity beta. So basically, first step, I found a public company which is comparable. Second step, I am finding the equity beta of that company. Third step is unlever the public company's equity beta. That is, remove the effect of its financial leverage and find asset beta of public company. See, what we are trying to do is, एक होता है एसेट बीटा, एक होता है डेट बीटा, एक होता है इक्विटी बीटा. What we are trying to do here is that in step 2 I found equity beta. Now I have to remove the effect of financial leverage, meaning debt का effect यहाँ से मेरे को remove करना है, तो I can find asset beta. Now how do I do that? This process is known as unlevering. Unlever का मतलब होता है remove the effect of financial leverage. How? Check. Asset beta is equal to equity beta, which we found in step 2, multiplied by 1 divided by 1 plus 1 minus t into debt equity ratio. We are using DE, debt equity ratio. But of course, you know, debt का जो cost होता है, interest, is tax deductible. So we always use 1 minus t here. So basically, what I am doing is, denominator में 1 plus debt by equity into 1 minus tax है, न्यूमरेटर में 1 है. बेसिकली बीटा ऑफ इक्विटी multiplied by 1 divided by 1 plus debt equity into 1 minus t. Now you cannot go into derivation, but what is the logic here? Try to understand. The logic is that डिनोमिनेटर ये जो है 1 प्लस डेट इक्विटी इंटू 1 माइनस टी, दिस नंबर विल बी ग्रेटर देन 1, मीनिंग व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू इज, अगर मेरा बीटा ऑफ इक्विटी 2 है तो शायद एसेट बीटा 1.2 हो जाएगा. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reduce the equity beta. How do I reduce the equity beta? By taking a heavy denominator. So I'm dividing equity beta by the denominator. But one silly mistake every student would make is this. You need to use debt equity and tax rate of the public company. हम प्राइवेट कंपनी में अभी तक नहीं पहुंचे, सो यू हैव टू यूज ऑल द डिटेल्स ऑफ द पब्लिक कंपनी. लाइक बीटा एसेट ढूंढ रहे इज इक्वल टू बीटा इक्विटी. बीटा इक्विटी जो है वो पब्लिक कंपनी का होगा, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1 डिवाइड बाय 1 प्लस 1 माइनस टी, टैक्स रेट विल बी ऑफ पब्लिक कंपनी, into debt equity ratio also of the public company. What have you found? Beta asset, meaning without any leverage, what will be the beta? That is beta asset. Now step 4 is relever the asset beta. Relever का मतलब है give effect of financial leverage of private company now. See, step 2 में आपको पब्लिक कंपनी का बीटा मिला, आपने उसको अनलीवर किया. अनलीवर का मतलब है फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज ऑफ पब्लिक कंपनी का इफेक्ट निकाल दिया, तो बीटा कम हो गया. अब बीटा को वापस आप बढ़ाओ, बट यूजिंग फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज ऑफ द प्राइवेट कंपनी, बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाट वी आर फाइंडिंग. सो यू कैन फाइंड इक्विटी बीटा फॉर अ प्राइवेट कंपनी विच विल बी, सो फॉर्मूला है बीटा इक्विटी इज इक्वल टू बीटा एसेट फाउंड इन स्टेप 3 multiplied by 1 plus 1 minus t into debt to equity ratio, and use debt to equity and tax rate of a private company now. So basically in step 3 we used all the public companies figures, and in step 4 we will use private companies figures. Try to understand mathematically what has happened. Check here, step 3 में इधर 1.2 का asset beta आया, for example equity beta was 2, then we unlevered it to 1.2. Now what will happen in step 4 here, ये जो asset beta 1.2 मिला था, now it is multiplied and then 1 plus something हो रहा है, meaning I am increasing this asset beta again, तो ये 1.2 से शायद 1.9 हो जाएगा. So this is the whole process. Now when we solve one question, everything will be clearer. Let's check. Example, Geo World Incorporated is a non-publicly traded business entity engaged in the business of transportation. Geo Universe is a listed entity engaged in similar line of business. Calculate Geo World's equity beta. Now, what is Geo World here? Non-publicly traded, so I can say it is my PVT company, private company. And Geo Universe क्या रहेगा? Public company, for simplification. And then there are details. Debt to equity दिया है 2, 3, tax rate 30, 35, equity beta not available. This is not applicable, this is not available, because this is what you need to find. And इसका equity beta दिया है 1.33. So you need to find equity beta of Geo World. क्या 4 स्टेप था? फर्स्ट स्टेप फाइंड अ पब्लिक कंपनी, तो ये केस में पब्लिक कंपनी है जियो यूनिवर्स. What was the second step? Find equity beta of Geo Universe. Equity beta है क्या Geo Universe का? Yes, it is given 1.33. Then step 3 is to unlever this. How do you unlever? You get asset beta as equity beta into 1 divided by 1 plus 1 minus t into debt equity. अब ये डेट इक्विटी और टैक्स किसका यूज करना है? यूज फिगर्स ऑफ जियो यूनिवर्स. एंड देन स्टेप 4, रीलीवर इट. हाउ डू यू रीलीवर? तो ऊपर जो आंसर आया स्टेप 3 में, ये 3 का आंसर है, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1 प्लस 1 minus t into debt equity. And your tax and debt equity will be of Jio World, जो मेरा private company है. This is how you will find. Let's check the solution. Geo Universe is asset beta. So this is basically my step 3. Beta asset is equal to equity beta, which is 1.33 into 1 divided by 1 plus 1 minus t into debt equity ratio. So you have 1 minus t, 35% जो है वो जियो यूनिवर्स का है, पब्लिक कंपनी का, into 3 debt equity जो है वो भी जियो यूनिवर्स का है, and you get the answer as 0.4508. You can check it on your calci. And then we will go for Geo World's equity beta. So Geo World का equity beta would be asset beta into 1 plus 1 minus tax into debt equity. These figures would be of Geo World and not Universe. यहाँ पे जो भी figures थे, those were of Geo Universe. And then you get answer as 1.0819. So basically this is the answer which we were looking for. This concept is covered at level 2 also. So make sure you understand this concept. Again, we will revise it. Step 1 क्या है? Find a public company. Step 2 है public company का equity beta ढूंढो, which normally would be given in the question. Step 3 है इसको unlever करो. Unlever मतलब ये बीटा को कम कर दो. How do you unlever it? तो ये बीटा इक्विटी जो है इंटू 1 डिवाइड बाई समथिंग. समथिंग क्या था? 1 प्लस 1 माइनस टैक्स इंटू डेट इक्विटी. जो भी ये फिगर्स यूज़ किए वो किसके यूज़ करेंगे? पब्लिक कंपनी के. एंड देन इन स्टेप 4 यू विल रीलीवर इट. हाउ डू यू रीलीवर इट? तो स्टेप 3 में जो भी बीटा आया इंटू 1 प्लस 1 माइनस टैक्स इंटू डेट इक्विटी. बट योर tax and debt equity would be of private company. And then you get your final answer as 1.0819. This is how you use pure play method. There's a note: if equity betas of 4 comparable companies are given, then an average of those betas must be considered. See, in step 2, when you're finding equity beta here, ye wala step, if there is no one comparable but there are 4 comparables, तो चारों के asset, चारों के इक्विटी बीटा के लिए यू कैन टेक एवरेज एंड देन यू कैन मूव ऑन टू फाइंड एसेट बीटा एंड देन यू कैन फाइनली फाइंड equity beta for a private company. So this is how pure play method works. Example continued. We will take this example forward. Find GeoWorld's weighted average cost of capital assuming yield on debt 8%, risk-free rate 5 and return on market 13. Now for weighted average cost of capital, you need some things. You need WD, you need KD, you need WE, and you need KE. Do we have KD? Yes, 8 है. And then उसमें से 1 minus tax करना मत भूलना. तो tax rate has also been given 30% था. तो ये 1 minus 30 हो जाएगा. KE, how do you find KE? KE के लिए we can use CAPM because we have some details. RF plus beta into RM minus RF. Do we have RF? Yes. Do we have beta? Beta क्या है? तो beta we just found out 1.0819. किधर से आया? लास्ट क्वेश्चन से हमने यही ढूंढा. Then we have RM, we have RF. So even KE won't be a problem. How do you find WD and WE? That is the question here. It's easy. You have debt equity ratio. ये debt equity ratio क्वेश्चन में दिया था 2. तो अगर डेट इक्विटी रेशियो 2 है तो यू कैन फाइंड द वेट्स. लेट्स चेक हाउ. Recall, debt to equity ratio of Geo World is 2. This means that if debt is 2, equity is 1. Yes, mathematically D divided by E is 2. तो अगर D 2 है तो E 1 होगा. Thus WD is 2 by 3, WE is 1 by 3. See, don't get confused here. This is pure maths. D divided by E is 2. ये क्वेश्चन में दिया है. तो ये 2 डिवाइड बाय 1 है. तो डेट 2 है तो इक्विटी 1 है. तो टोटल कैपिटल कितना है? 3. अगर टोटल कैपिटल 3 है तो डब्ल्यू डी इज 2/3, डब्ल्यू ई इज 1/3, सिंपल. सो फाइनली आई कैन फाइंड वैक. कैसे वैक ढूंढेंगे? पहले के ई ढूंढना है. के ई के लिए आर एफ है, बीटा हमने लास्ट एग्जाम्पल में ढूंढा, आर एम है, आर एफ है. सो यू कैन चेक ऑन योर कैलसी, यू शुड गेट 13.65%. देन टैक्स रेट 30 है, के डी भी 8 है. नाउ दैट यू हैव एवरीथिंग, यू कैन यूज दिस फॉर्मूला डब्ल्यू डी इंटू के डी 1 माइनस टैक्स प्लस डब्ल्यू ई इंटू के. सो वी कैन यूज वेट्स 2/3 और 1/3 है, के डी 8 दिया है, 1 माइनस टैक्स है, एंड के ई भी हमने ढूंढा. तो एवरीथिंग यू कैन फाइंड एंड फाइनली यू गेट 8.28%. So this is how you solve a question. Of course, such lengthy questions won't be actually tested on the exam, but you need to know how the process flows. First, we found the beta of a private company using pure play. Then we used that beta to find KE. Then we used KE to find weighted average cost of capital. And we used this weighted average cost of capital to discount cash flows while we studied capital budgeting. So it is all connected in this manner. Beta estimation depends on data used and method of estimation. Always consider these issues. See, now when we find beta, of course it is complicated. So it will always depend on the data used, whatever data you are using and whatever method you are using to estimate. Before we begin to actually check these issues, let's read this hint. ये hint क्या है? This is from the other subjects like quants and portfolio management. बीटा का फॉर्मूला होता है कोवेरियंस बिटवीन आई एंड एम. आई इज माई स्टॉक, एम इज द मार्केट, डिवाइड बाय सिग्मा स्क्वायर एम, और नथिंग बट वेरियंस ऑफ मार्केट रिटर्न्स. और अनदर फॉर्मूला इज आर आई एम. आर आई एम क्या होता है? कोरिलेशन बिटवीन आई एंड एम into sigma I, standard deviation of stock I, upon standard deviation of market returns. So these are the hints. Basically to find beta you can use these formulas. अब problem क्या होने वाला है? Let's check. So the first issue to be considered is estimation depends on data related to a certain period. Longer historical periods data is better for finding beta of a company with long and stable operating history. See, if I'm finding the beta of a company which has been stable throughout, so I can use a longer period to estimate beta. Now, what do you mean by longer period? See, whenever you find beta, ये दोनों फॉर्मूला के लिए somewhere or the other you find standard deviation or covariance or correlation, etc. Now, how do you find these? For this, you need something known as x bar, which is mean, and you need x, which is your data. Basically, I need x1, x2, x3, x4, and then I can find mean. Mean से मुझे आगे standard deviation मिलेगा, covariance मिलेगा, correlation मिलेगा, and so on. So ultimately, it depends on your x, which is the data. Now, if I am taking 3 years, so I will have x1, x2, x3. But if I am taking 30 years, I will have x1 till x30. So, when will you choose a longer period, 30 years ka? When the company has been stable. But the next point says, shorter historical periods data is better for finding beta of a company that has undergone structural changes like mergers, acquisitions, disinvestment, etc. See, if a company has recently undergone merger, acquisition, yeah, disinvestment, yeah, any kind of restructuring, better use a shorter period. Earlier, let's say 10 years before today, 10 years ago, क्या हुआ था? The company had 5 branches. But in the recent, say last 3 years में, 2 branch जो है, वो spin off कर दिया. 2 branches were discontinued. So, of course, a shorter period, a shorter past data would be better compared to a longer period. Next issue is estimation depends on periodicity of intervals. एग्जाम्पल डेली, वीकली और मंथली रिटर्न्स. देखो ये x1, x2, x3 अगर ईयरली ले रहे हो तो एक ईयर का एक x आएगा. बट इफ यू आर टेकिंग डेली, So in every year there will be 365 x's. So it depends on that interval. Daily return ले रहे हो तो it will be better, because whenever you are finding beta, अगर आप 1 year का रिटर्न ले रहे हो और आप 1 day का रिटर्न ले रहे हो, of course daily would be a better estimate. So using smaller intervals leads to smaller errors, meaning if you use daily data, जैसे x जो है that will be of daily purpose, तो daily purpose वाला जो है that will be a smaller interval and it will lead to smaller errors. अगर x जो है वो yearly ले रहे हो तो शायद error होने का problem हो सकता है. Next issue is that estimation depends on which index is chosen to represent RM and sigma m. See, whenever you are trying to find market return, CAPM में हमने पढ़ा था what is RM, return on the market, which is represented by example S&P 500, which is a broad market index. But of course there are various other indexes. तो जो भी इंडेक्स आप यूज कर रहे हो उसके रिटर्न्स एंड उसके स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन पे डिपेंड करेगा बीटा का एक्यूरेसी. सो इफ योर मार्केट इंडेक्स इज अप्रोप्रिएट, then only your beta is appropriate. So you need to take care of that. Then estimation depends on smoothing technique also. Betas revert towards 1 over the long run. So analysts must make adjustments accordingly. See, we have studied this in portfolio management also, that market का जो beta होता है वो 1 होता है. Meaning if market is up by 1%, market will be up by 1%. Just like when I say market is up by 1%, my stock is up by 2%. तो beta of my stock is 2. वैसे ही if market को तुमने market से ही compare किया तो beta of market would be 1. So normally remember beta will tend to revert towards 1. हर एक stock का beta over the long run 1 होने वाला है. That is the assumption. So you need to make adjustments accordingly. If your answer is 1.5, so make it towards 1, make it 1.3. If your answer is 0.8, again make it towards 1, make it 0.9 over the long run. And last point, estimation depends on size of the companies also. So small cap companies might have higher risk and higher beta. This is very true. Smaller the company, higher the risk, and larger the company, lower the risk. So if the company is small, beta would be high. If the company is very large enough, beta can be smaller. So this was all about beta. Thank you for watching this video.